Look at USA. Silicon Valley has more than 15% of the startup companies in Silicon Valley come from Indians. Altogether, the Asians are about 25 to 30% of Silicon Valley companies, the success stories in Silicon Valley. Not only in IT, we have our people coming into new generation technologies. In fact, I personally in nanotechnologies, I come across a whole lot of new startup companies, very successful companies coming up in nanotechnology by Indians. As already mentioned, physicians and healthcare, big impact in America. About 30 to 40% of the hotels and motor owners are Indians. Now lately, in the last 10 years, we have a large number of hedge funds who have launched hedge funds by the Indian Americans. And of course, our people are also in the convenience stores. So when people go for their daily routine of getting gasoline or going to a nearby small store to buy something, they will encounter an Indian person running their store. If you look at Britain, we are the richest Indian in Britain is Lakshmi Mittal, and of course all other businesses are making impact in UK. Caribbeans, we are Indians running small businesses, and in many of the island nations we have specifically a lot of Sindhi merchants, traders, and if you look at South Africa, again small businesses running Indian businesses. We already talked about the impact which our Indians are making in the Middle East. In fact, some of the biggies among our community, Yusuf Ali, one of the sponsors of this our program, Lulu Hypermarket, PNC Menon, supposed to be in this conference, is also a sponsor of this conference, Shobha Villas, Ravi Pillai, Muhammad Ali, CK Menon, and several others are making big impact in the Middle East as well as in India. In terms of the entrepreneurship, you already heard Mr. Ashok Rao, who is the global chairman of TIE, the Indus Entrepreneurs. This is the largest entrepreneurship group around the world, so we are making an impact, as he mentioned, that it's not only Indians, but in some countries there are very few Indians as members, but others are running the show. He mentioned about Netherlands. So in the changing economic scene, when China is emerging as a major player, and India, we are hoping that it will also become a major player, Indian diaspora will not only play an important role in the countries we are settled in, we could also play an important role in India's economic development. As always mentioned about Chinese contributing to China, overseas Chinese contributing to China, we are also making important contribution for India's development. Our diaspora is already making contribution, but there are new initiatives needed where we have a large number of entrepreneurs who have not considered India. I'm talking about our own diaspora entrepreneurs. So we need to understand why and how to motivate and promote them to make investments, especially in new cutting-edge technologies. That is the key for India to leapfrog into the next generation businesses, to create new businesses as well as for the economic well-being of our country. So with this few initial remarks, I invite the first speaker, who is the lead speaker, Mr. K. Mohan Das, who was a former Secretary of Ministry of Overseas Indian Affairs as well as Secretary of shipping. In his position as the Secretary of in the Ministry of Overseas Indian Affairs, Mr. Mohandas had traveled all over the world to talk to Indian community people, and he understood, he has a good grasp of how our Indian communities are in these countries, what contributions are they making. May I also request Ambassador R. Dayakar also to join us in the panel, because Mr. Dayakar, is he here? Please join us. You're supposed to be co-chairing with me. Thank you. So may I request Mr. Mohandas to join me.